off until the intro comes on.
Put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. Like I haven't seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. Like I haven't seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help.
Money. All you have is control of being wealthy. Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth. No, it's a love of money that's the Lord. You don't like money so much, why you want to get up and go to work? What everybody do is you're all going to do these kind of things. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. Not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. Now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Cortez.
Good morning, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning live with your main man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the working class, where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working class men and women all over this great nation of ours. If you're checking us out on YouTube, I want you to grab the link, share it in your favorite social media platform. If you're checking us out on Facebook, I'd like you to do the same. Go ahead and share this stream on your timeline, because we're talking about stepping out on faith. If you're not, why not? And if not now, then when? Right? So I'm about to take a huge leap of faith, and I thought no better people to share it with. I've already shared it with my family, but now I'm going to share it with you guys as well, because I consider you family. I do count it an honor and a privilege to be able to present to you each and every morning. And I see some of you guys, I see some of you guys every morning, man, and that warms my heart, man, because I appreciate it. When I started doing this, I had no idea that regular people would be coming back day after day after day. And here I am on my 51st episode, and you guys are still here with me. So yes, with my knees knocking and my teeth chattering, you must take the leap. You will fly. You will land on the ground. Yep, or you'll land on the ground. You're absolutely right. So as always, let me tell you who this show is for. This show is for my risers and grinders. If you are ready to get up, get out, and get something this morning, this show is for you, my friend. If you went to bed last night thinking about your legacy, thinking about what you can do today to make your great-great-grandchildren proud to bear your name, this show is for you. If you're the type of person that's got the deep down desire to build wealth, you've got the discipline to build wealth, but maybe you lack a game plan. Maybe you want to figure out some strategies. Maybe you need a mentor. Well, this show is for you, because that's what we do, man. If you are serious about building an empire for you and your family, taking your family to another level, this show is for you. But guess what? It's going to require that you step out on faith. And that's what today's show is about. Now, who is this show not for? If you are that person who's got that weird relationship with money, you think capitalism is evil, you think money is bad or whatever, you're going to always repel money away from you. So you definitely don't want to listen to this show. Because if you listen to this show, 9 times out of 10, you're going to start attracting money to you. And if you don't like money, you don't want to attract it to you. So this show ain't for you. If you're the type of person sitting back waiting for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump to fix the economy instead of focusing on your economy, this show, my friend, is not for you, right? If you are the type of person who think everything is bad, you're just that eternal pessimist, this show isn't for you, man, because I'm the most optimistic man on the planet. All I know is that things will always get better and better and better and better. So if you're watching this show and you don't want things to get better, tune out right now. Now, let me be perfectly clear. I do not have a problem with you if you don't want to be wealthy. That's your prerogative. Some people are just comfortable, complacent, satisfied with where they are, even if where they are is below average. And that's cool with me if it's cool with you. I only have a problem with you having a problem with me wanting to be wealthy, right? I don't know what it is. Some people don't like money, but the minute they get around people who's aspiring to, you want to tear that person down. Well, if that's you, this show ain't for you. Because I tell you, every morning If you've never seen a future billionaire before, take a screenshot, because you're looking at one right now. Hold me to it, right? Watch me work the next 10, 15 years. So this show is not for you. Today's show is brought to you by none other than yours truly. Guys, I'm still looking to partner with people with my financial success membership, right? Right now, I'm willing to waive my initial join fee to allow you to come on board with my financial success membership at no upfront cost. It is still $35 a month for the ongoing membership, the mentorship, the website, the training, the software, the tools, everything that you need to start building wealth from scratch. You will get that. You will get me, a branding and marketing coach, business strategist. You will get my team. You're going to immerse yourself into a group of people, a culture of people that's a winning culture. Sometimes people are constantly in a perpetual state of losing is because they run with losers, right? I'm offering you an opportunity at no upfront cost to join a winning team. And I mean that's kind of like a double entendre, right? I like using that word since I learned what it means. All right, that's a double entendre. You're joining a winning team in the sense when you join our culture, our team is winning. But you also join a winning team because I teach you that if you are working a job and you don't have your own business, working a job is the losing team. Not that there's anything wrong with the job, but the tax code and the economy was set up for business owners, landowners. So you need to get on the team that's actually given all the favorites to win. Does that make sense? So if you want to partner with me, then simply send me an inbox. Say you want to know more about the Financial Success Membership and how you can get going with it for free, and I will get you those details. Or you can text me at 314-874-6887. Just text the word wealth to that number, 314-874-6887. Text your name and the word wealth, and I'll shoot you some information, jump on the phone call with you, and get your questions answered. And if it's a good fit for you, if it's a good fit for me, and we can mesh and we can work together, we'll make that thing happen. I'll waive the join fee, and you can come on board with no upfront cost. You just start paying your $34.95 30 days from now. Cool. All right. So again, Financial Health Mentor is sponsoring today's show. Today, guys, I'm making a huge leap of faith, right? And I'll give you some insight to what it is. And the reason I titled the stream that, and if you're on YouTube, you see that the show is Stepping Out on Faith When You've Had Enough, right? Stepping out on faith when you've had enough. Some of us have a tremendous amount of gifts, talents, abilities, and we know we should be doing more what God gave us, but we're not, because we haven't been pushed to the place where we've had enough. Well, guys, your man H. Cortez, Financial Health Mentor, is at that place where I've had enough, right? There's nothing wrong with having a job. There's nothing wrong with getting up, going to work to feed your family. But I like to teach that you put your job in its proper perspective. And for me, the proper perspective for my job is now in the rearview mirror, right? The proper perspective for me and my job is in the rearview mirror. So today is my last day in corporate America. Super excited, but anxious, fearful, frightened, elated. All of these emotions going through me at the same time. So now I understand why people refuse to take that leap of faith, because you have to deal with these emotions. When I made that decision, I didn't feel none of this, right? When I made that decision, I didn't feel none of this. But as I get closer and closer and closer to the time for me to go in and compose that email, clean out my desk, now I'm getting more and more jittery. My hands are shaking, literally, knees knocking, all of that stuff, guys. But I realize now that I have been extremely blessed with a specific set of gifts and talents. And because I acted on employing those gifts and talents, it led me to my purpose in life. 2 most important days that you will ever have in your life. is the day that you were born and the day you find out why. And I've gone there. Of course, I was born, but now I know why. And now in order for me to continue to walk in my purpose, my job has to take the rear view mirror. So I'm going in today. I'm just gonna, just let them know that, hey, got some other stuff going on. Appreciate you, being allowing me to work there for 12 years and feeding my family and insurance and all of that stuff. Great. But, this chapter in my life is officially closed. So guys, when I tell you, you guys come on every morning, you hear me talk with confidence, you hear me talk with passion, but I'm a little nervous right now. I'm a little nervous right now because when you join the land of the living, and that's when people don't count on somebody else to pay them, when you join the land of the living, that means if I don't get my butt up and set up my systems and do something and get my investments going, we literally don't eat around here. So that's nerve-wracking, and some people will not step out on faith because of that fear. Guys, if you are allowing yourself to be afraid to step out on faith, then you don't really understand the meaning of the word. See, the way God operates is he's going to direct you one step at a time. But the way we've been trained to operate is we have to see the whole path before we take that first step, right? We have to see the whole path before we take that first step. God don't work that way. He directs you one step at a time. You take the one step. Now he will give you a broad overview of where you're going. He just don't show you how you're going to get there. Right? So I got the vision. The vision is plain. I know where I'm going, right? I just don't know exactly how I'm going to get there. But I just got to trust and believe that when I take one step, he's going to, even when I don't see a platform to land on, when I step out, the platform appears. And now I got a place to stand. I got solid ground to stand on. And then when I take the next step, I might not see the platform appears. And I just got to keep trusting that. I got to keep trusting that. So I've got some things in place. I've got several confirmations that now is the time. So I'm going to make this thing happen, man. I'm going to make a go of it. And not only is that job in my rearview mirror, I will never work for anybody else in a traditional sense of working a job ever again. Ever again. Right now, I'm going to be my own man from here on out. Entrepreneurship is the new retirement plan. And literally, guys, as I've been doing my thing, my job has really gotten in the way, slowed me down. So now it's like, okay, you want the best of both worlds, but I can't run as hard as I need to run because I'm tethered to the job, right? So now I've come to terms with whether it's going to be a struggle, where it's going to be whatever's coming my way, this is the path, and I know this is what I have to do in order to get where I have to go, right? And I'll tell you a quick story. And I listen to a lot of great people. Jim Rohn, I got this story from Jim Rohn, and I love sharing it. I maybe shared it on this show, but it's the older seasoned veteran who's walking away from the job, and then the younger up and coming wannabe stud coming into the job. So as they're having the celebration for the older gentleman as he's ready to depart, the younger gentleman wants to get a head up on everybody else. So he's questioning the older gentleman. He says, you know what? You've had a tremendous amount of success here. What do you attribute your success to? The older gentleman says 2 words: right choices. Now, the younger gentleman got his notepad in hand and is waiting on this profound answer, waiting to get some insight because he wants to fill those shoes. So the older gentleman goes on and continues his conversation, fraternizing with everybody else who's celebrating his accomplishments and has him leaving. But the younger gentleman is he ain't satisfied with that answer. So he said, wait, one more question. If right choices get you to having the success that you have, and that's the success that I want to do, how do you get to the place where you know how to make right choices? Again, got his pad and his pen now. He's waiting to take some notes. He's waiting on this profound answer, this profound statement. And the older gentleman says one word: grow. Now, at this point, the younger gentleman is getting extremely frustrated. Man, I'm trying to get some insight, and you give me a 2-word answer the first time. You give me a 1-word answer the second time. But the older gentleman doesn't sense that. He just keeps on fraternizing with who he's enjoying his time with. But the younger gentleman is frustrated at this point. So he comes back and said, wait, one last question. If, in fact, in order to get to a place where I have to make right choices, and that's what led you to your success, to get there, I have to grow. What the heck do you do to grow? And the older gentleman says 2 words: wrong choices. So I share that story so that you understand that it's not always about the destination. The journey is where it's at. So if me leaving my job today is a wrong choice, I understand now what the journey is all about. So what's going to happen is, if that's the wrong choice, I'm going to grow, and I'm going to grow into a place where I start making right choices. So I want to leave you with that when you start thinking about whether or not you should step out on faith. Whether or not you should step out on faith. If you making a valid attempt after you've done your research, after you've prayed, after you meditated, after you converse with those closest to you, and you feel in your knower that the best decision for you to make is to go ahead and step out. And if that turns out to be the wrong decision, what are you going to do? You're going to grow. And with that growth comes your ability to make right decisions. But what happens if you never step out on faith? You never grow. You never get to the place of making right choices. So the wrong choices leads to the growth. The growth leads to the ability to start making right choices. Then you start making right choices more and more consistently based on the growth that you pulled out of all of the wrong choices. Right? Is everybody tracking with me on that? Wrong choices creates growth. Growth creates the right choices. Let me say it another way. A couple of weeks ago, we did a show on the belief in the cycle of success. You stay in the box. Exactly. We did a show on belief in the cycle of success. Another reason people will not step out on faith is because they don't believe. And when you don't believe, that puts you in a negative cycle or a perpetual cycle of failure without you even realizing it. Because the cycle of success says this: it starts with my belief. My belief just purchased my freedom today, because I believe that I can feed my family on the gifts, talents, and skills that God gave me without having to count on an employer to make that happen. So my belief causing me to take a particular action. So your belief and the level of that belief determines your actions and the level of those actions. I don't care what action you take, you're always going to get some results. So your belief leads you to take actions. You take actions, those actions will lead you to results. Here's where people mess up at. They don't know how to properly assess or analyze the results. You know why? Because school taught us everything was right and wrong, pass or fail. And they didn't allow us to learn lessons from failing. They made us so afraid to fail that we missed out on a lot of lessons that we could have been learning that would have caused the growth, that would have got us to the place of making right choices. So you have to learn how to properly analyze your results. I only fail if I quit. So I'm either going to win or I'm going to learn, but I never fail unless I quit. So again, the cycle of success says you have to first believe. The level of your belief is going to dictate the level of the actions that you're taking. The level of the actions that you take will determine the results that you're going to get. Here's the key though. You have to understand how to rightly divide or how to properly analyze the results. Because when you properly analyze the results, they feed the belief. The belief gets bigger. That means I take bigger action. I take bigger actions, I get bigger results. Again, I got to properly analyze the results. I can't get too high with the results. I can't get too low with the results. I got to learn, extract the lessons from them, what went well, what didn't go well, but I don't lose unless I quit. I analyze those results and it feeds the belief. Now the belief is even bigger and bolder. So now I take bigger and bolder moves. I make bigger and bolder actions. That gives me bigger and bolder results. But again, I have to properly analyze those results. Can't get too high on the results. Can't get too low on the results. I got to extract the lessons, what worked well, what didn't go so well, what could I have done better, how can I scale this up? And when I properly analyze the results, what does that do? It feeds the belief. So guys, my belief is, I'm talking about my belief in me is out here, right? I believe that my creator has given me everything that he's going to give me. I'm gonna say that again, because some of us are praying for things and I'm just gonna keep, this is just what I believe. I believe that my creator has given me everything already that he's ever going to give me. And you know what? That's enough. That's enough for me to have whatever I want to have, do whatever I want to do, however I want to do it. That which he has already given me is enough for me to have whatever I want to have, do whatever I want to do, however I want to do it. He's given me a wife to support me as a helpmeet. He's given me a family, children that I'm accountable to and accountable for. So I have to walk a right way to set the proper example. He's given me gifts, talents, special abilities that he only gave to me. And he revealed to me what I can do with what he's given me, and that's enough. Now, all I do is walk around all day, every day, giving him thanks. Because I know he's already done enough. He's given me everything that I need to have anything and do whatever or have whatever I want on this planet. So some of us spend a lot of time asking for stuff that God already gave you. All right, I didn't mean to preach to y'all this morning, but just some of y'all are asking for stuff that God has already given you. We're talking about faith. Why you're not stepping out in faith? If not now, then when? What are you waiting for? You're praying for an opportunity. Well, the opportunity is in you, right? All things are possible for him or her that believe. All things are possible for him or her that believe. Some of us are waiting for other people to believe in us. It didn't say that. It didn't say all things are possible when your wife believes in you. All things are possible when your children believe in you. All things are possible when your coworkers believe in you. Nope, that ain't what it says. All things are possible for the one that believes that all things are possible. Nobody else has to believe that I'm a future billionaire but me. Nobody else has to believe that. Stop waiting on other people to believe in you to get what you want, do what you want to do, and have what you want to have on this earth. Step out on faith. Believe in yourself. How do you start to develop your belief? right? So that you can ultimately step out on faith. You look in the rearview mirror. See, a lot of us are looking in the rearview mirror and all we see is past hurts and failures. That's not why you look in the rearview mirror. You look in the rearview mirror to get the testimonies of how God brought you through and how you overcame. So I call it the Red Sea. You go back, you look through the rearview mirror and find your most recent Red Sea. That situation that you thought you would never overcome, you thought you would never get out of it, you didn't know how you was going to fix that situation. And when you see that, you just remember, you know what? My back has been up against the wall before and I made it through. That's why you're looking in the rearview mirror. Some of y'all are looking back and all you can see is past hurts, failures, what somebody said or done to you, why they didn't believe in you back then. No, I look in my rearview mirror and I say, you know what? Remember the last time I tried to start that business? I didn't make a whole lot of money, but I got my first sale. And you know what I bring to the future from that rearview mirror is the time I got my first sale. That starts to feed my belief. Because if I got my first sale, if I did it once, I can do it again. So it feeds my belief. And then what does that cause me to do? It causes me to take action. I take action, I'm going to get a result. I properly analyze the results. Throw away that stuff that don't mean nothing. And then I take what I need and it feeds my belief. And my belief just keeps getting bigger, man. My belief is so huge, man. So huge. If I told you when I'll be a billionaire, I believe all of y'all are shut down this live stream right now. If I told you when it's going to happen, y'all are shut down this live stream right now because your belief ain't big enough to see somebody going from where they are today to being a billionaire in 18 months. Some of y'all vision ain't there. You can't see that. You can't believe that big. We're talking about faith, man. Are you stepping out on faith? If not, why the heck not? If not now, then when? When will you ever? When will you ever? Yes, it's going to be scary. Yes, there is potential for me to fall flat on my face. Right? But when I look at my rearview mirror, I go back to those red seas. Those red seas where I did something for the first time that I had never done before. I'll tell you a quick story. At one point in my life, my wife and I was a couple months behind in our mortgage. And I'm blessed to have a wife that tells me every day that you can do anything. I have never seen you do something and fail that you have really tried to do. So I'm constantly being told I can do anything. So we're a couple months behind on the mortgage. And not the last time we were in foreclosure. So, you know, before I started learning financial principles, we struggled with money for a long time. But my wife's aunt said, you know what? I've got some work around the house that I'll catch you up on your mortgage if you're willing to do that work. And she was asking me to do some work that I had never done before. She wanted me to lay a ceramic floor. And not just a ceramic floor in a small area. She had a kitchen that bled into a living room. So we're talking about maybe 400 square feet of tile that I've never done before. Now, this was before YouTube. Also, I would have just went to YouTube and I would have learned. So I had to study real quick, learn how to do it. And I laid that doggone tile floor. And every time I get ready to do something that I've never done before, I look in the rearview mirror, I go back to that Red Sea in my life, and I say, you know what? We're going to approach it just like we approached that. That was the first time we did it, but I believe that I can do it. So let's get it done. All things are possible for him or her that believes. Stop waiting on other people to believe in you. You got to believe in you. And that's all it takes. It's all it takes. I'm going to say it again. I believe, I don't know about you, I believe that God has already given me everything that he's ever intended to give me. It's already in me. I just got to do something with it. I've got to bring it out. And again, whatever he gave me, it's enough. He gave me enough already. It's up to me to believe in him and his ultimate plan that, yes, here's what I called you to do. And believe it or not, you may not have uncovered them yet, but you got absolutely every tool that you're going to need to get the job done. You got every tool that you're going to need to get the job done. And I'm saying, all I got is this hammer. And he's saying, you got every tool that you need to get the job done. Am I saying that it only takes a hammer to get the job done? Maybe. I just got to trust him. But maybe when I take that next step out on faith, then I'll uncover the other tool. See, some of us are assessing our right now. And our right now, we're in a comfort zone. And because we're in a comfort zone, we got our safety and our security. So he don't need to provide us anything else. He doesn't need to reveal anything else to us. But the moment I step out of my comfort zone, then he reveals something else to me. Oh, since now you stepped out, here's the other tool that you're going to need now that you're out of your comfort zone. See, some of us are looking at what we have right now and saying, I don't have what I need to go to the next level. He said, no, take the step towards the next level, and then what you need will appear. That's how this thing works. How this thing works, y'all. Be willing to step out on faith. Do not be afraid. And if you've prayed about it, and if you've gotten confirmation and you believe that this is the right move for you, then step out. Because not only did he say all things are possible for him that believes, he also said that all things work together for the good of those who love him and are called to his purpose. What does that mean? If this move for me to leave my job is the wrong decision, maybe I got the wrong signals, I got my signals crossed, I didn't actually get confirmation it's the wrong signal, guess what? It's going to work out to my good anyway. So why should I be afraid to step out? I got to understand, man. Everything that you need to go where you want to go, to do what you want to do, to have what you want to have is already in you. The reason it's not being revealed to you is because you're staying in your comfort zone. I say it all the time, man. One of my favorite sayings, there is safety there. There is security inside your comfort zone, but nothing ever grows there. Nothing. Nothing ever grows there. And the person that you need to become is going to require growth. And the reason you're not growing is because you won't do anything that causes any level of discomfort. You know, some of you guys know I'm a youth basketball coach, and my guys are sophomores in high school now. So when they come into the gym, just for being 14, 15, 16 years old, they can run up and down the court with no problem at a certain level, just because they have that youthful exuberance, right? But guess what? In order for them to grow into basketball shape, to basketball conditioning, I have to put them into some uncomfortable situations. I have to run them first until their tongue start hanging out their mouth. Then I start the clock. Now we run for 20 minutes. Because if they're running within their comfort zone, they're not growing. They're maintaining. But we need growth sometimes. So you got to step out of your comfort zone, do more, stretch more, reach for more, visualize more, see more. And that what you see, guys, if you believe it, you can have it. But it takes some willingness to step out on faith. I have to be willing and comfortable with the potential of me falling on my face. And I just sit here and told you that I'm never going back to work for nobody else ever again. But what if 5 years from now things fall apart and I have to go back and get a job? Right? That's the potential that's there. Some of you guys are worrying about the potential of what could happen and not focusing on what you can make happen. It kills me that people worry about things that are out of their control, but don't do a damn thing about the stuff that is in their control. Got to be willing to step out on faith. If not now, when? If you're not stepping out on faith, why not? So, guys, I really didn't mean to preach to y'all this morning, but this is really me preaching to myself. I've got to get psyched up. I've got to get amped up so I can go in here and do what I need to do. And you might see me on another live stream in about an hour, man, because it ain't gonna take me that long to clear my desk out. Because it's funny, and that's serious, because do you know what you're talking about? I don't know. It's working for me. It's working for me. So what's funny is 12 years ago when I started working there, I've always been an entrepreneur. So I never, there's no family pictures up in my cube. There's nothing that makes my cube feel like home, because I knew from the day one that that was not going to be a permanent place for me. So I was not trying to get comfortable. Now, it took me 12 years, but here I am because of some things I was not willing to do. I wasn't willing to step out on faith years ago, to grow, to fall, to make those mistakes, to have that come back to me, to give me the growth, to feed my belief so I can take the next step and go to the next level. But these last 18 months have been amazing for me. And I'm not talking about amazingly easy, just amazing in the terms of the amount of growth that I've seen in my life because I've been stepping out on faith. You know, there's a meme that circulates on faith, stepping out into emptiness, and you can't see the ground beneath you, but you step out anyway. And as you step out, the smoke clears and there's something to catch you. And the next step is equally as uncertain. There's nothing there that you can see, but you step out and then it catches you. I believe that's what God is communicating to a lot of us, that stop trying to see the path. I don't want you to see the path. I want you to see the end goal, and I just want you to start walking towards it. And I'm going to direct the path to get you what you need to help you along the way so that you can get there. But the reason you're going there in the first place is because this journey is not preparing you for that place. This journey is actually preparing you for something even greater. But I have to dangle a carrot in front of you to get you to move so I can run you through these obstacles to strengthen you. How many of you guys play video games? I don't have time to play in much, but think about one of my favorite games is Mario Brothers. So Mario Brothers, it goes through phases. So the first phase, there's a couple little tricks that you can do to kill the enemy, right? But every phase, you need another tool, another weapon, or another ability to kill that enemy, to help you on the next level. That's what you have to do, man. When you're going from glory to glory, you take the journey is actually preparing you not to get to the glory, but for the next level. The glory is just your reward, saying now that you have prepared yourself, you get this little reward, but I was not preparing you to receive this reward. I could have just given you this reward. I was preparing you for the next level that you're going to have to go through after you receive this reward. Stepping out on faith, guys. Stepping out on faith. You got to be willing to do that if you want to grow. Yes, there is potential for you to fall on your face, but there's also potential for you to succeed at whatever you want to do. All things are possible for him that believes, not for him who's got a wife that believes. I just so happen to believe a tremendous amount in myself, and I got a wife who believes in me. But all things are possible for him that believes. So guys, that is my time. I'm gonna cut it short because I got some work to take care of. I got a little issue I gotta go take care of, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. Today's episode is brought to you by Financial Health Mentor. My financial success membership, I'm waiving the fee if someone wants to learn how to minimize their taxes, eliminate debt, free up the cash that needs to start investing. If you want to have your own financial education franchise, the fee is the same. I'm going to waive the upfront fee. Then it's $35 a month, and I will teach you how to build a financial education franchise. where you can start bringing financial literacy to your community. So if that's you, then text your name and the word wealth to 314-874-6887. I won't be able to waive the join fee for long, but you can come in at no fee. You can try what I'm doing for the next 30 days to see if it's going to work for you, see if we're a good fit to work together. And if I can't help you get to where you want to be financially or put you on that path to building wealth, then you can cancel at any time. This is no strings attached. I'm just looking to help about 10 families build wealth. The way I teach you how to build wealth is you build wealth from scratch, starting with the money you currently make, right? So text your name and the word wealth to 314-874-6887. And I will get you some information to review. And if you think what we do is a good fit for you, and if I think what you bring to the table is a good fit for us, then we can work together. I'll waive the join fee, and it's just $35 a month. Cool? Cool. So I'm your main man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the working class, where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working class men and women all over this great nation of ours. Until I talk to you in tomorrow's Talking Money in the Morning live show, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, people.